My name is Jackie Greco, and I am a clinical counselor here at Queens. When I think about stress culture, I think about the idea that it's like there's always more to be done. The to-do list is never finished, and there's this expectation, to thrive. And you're in like these environments where everybody does want to do well, so it's naturally, in a lot of ways, probably going to be competitive. And so there's always this driving force to do more, and always this driving force to kind of be like the work is never done and it's never enough. It could always be better. It could always be better. I think that yes and can be a wonderful thing, and then I think that yes and can be it's an expectation, and where do we meet the reality or our limits? We use the yes and term in counseling a lot because I think that it's fine to say that there's room for you to want more than one thing or to feel more than one thing. Like, it's okay to be, disappointed that you didn't do well on a test, yes, and you don't need to hate yourself for it as a person because you're a human, right? So there's room for both of those feelings to exist. I can be disappointed in myself because I could do better, but I'm also giving myself the grace to say that I didn't hit the mark, and that doesn't make me a failure as a person. The yes and culture in that regard is that, it's not just that we have to be either or. And to be very fair, developmentally, cognitively, in the place where college students are at, you're working towards a yes and way of thinking. More than one truth can exist. So for example, the glass can be half full, yes, and the glass can also be half empty. So in that way, I think yes and makes sense. Where I think it can be potentially harmful is when we talk about the yes and as in like, you can have it all, when, not to poo-poo on the parade, but everybody has their limitations. I think it's great to aim high, yes and, but also sometimes there is a yes but, right? It is important, I think, to make sure that we are aware of the expectations we're setting with the yes, and making sure that we're giving students the resources to fill in the and, right, of can I meet that, and also whatever else it is that's next.